Hey guys, it's Bishilzi here, and welcome to episode 75 of the BFC Dynamo series. Today's episode, end of season. We've got two big games. We've got Wolfsburg at home first, and then we've got Schalke at home. One thing I do want to mention before we get into anything else is the stadium upgrade did finish. So as you can see, we moved back into our stadium, the BFC Dynamo Stadium. Such a, specific name, I guess, to the club. And yeah, we're 23,224 capacity, with just over 20,000 actually seated. It's pretty cool. Even the fact that we've got some standing fans in the stadium there. Another thing to mention is I am actually upgrading the training facilities. They are being expanded at the moment. I don't know where that would be, but yeah. So they're being expanded. I think it only costs like 1.7 mil. It really wasn't a lot. As you can see, we're struggling working within the wage budget. However, we're an A-, so things are looking pretty good. Anyway, let me skip forward here real quick. I will just back out of that because we don't want to go into the game. But this is the league table, so I'll move the face cam down the bottom so you guys can see. We're still in 5th place, which is good. We've actually confirmed ourselves for Conference League football. However, I would like to get a Europa League spot, which means we essentially need to finish where we are right now, I believe. As you can see, 5th place, 6th place, they both get Europa League. And we want to finish in the top 4, but I don't think, is that even achievable? I don't even know if that's achievable at the moment. Have a look. I mean, theoretically it is, because Dortmund are 4 points ahead of us, but we also have a game in hand over them. So if they draw or lose their last game and we win both of our games here on today's episode, we will actually go into 4th place. But as you can see as well, Schalke are literally right on our tails. They've had really good form recently. And I mean, if you look at the two clubs, we're very, very even. The only difference is obviously the 5 positive goal difference we have over the top of them. So very interesting. Bayern Munich once again have run away with the league at the end here. They are champions. Freiburg currently in 2nd. However, Leipzig could potentially jump them today, or in today's episode as well. So yeah, I'll bring the face cam back up the top here. We'll go over the recent fixtures. Of course, there was six games between episodes. Last episode was the disappointing 2-2 draw against last place Hanover. And then the 5-4 away loss against Bayern Munich. We followed that up with a 3-2 victory over Stuttgart. But as you can see, a 96th minute winner for us to get all 3 points there. We were 2-0 up through Ramati and Dukic. And then we just capitulated. Conceded 2 goals late on, 82nd minute, 92nd minute. I thought we were going to share the points, but luckily for us, Perez slotting away a penalty in the last seconds of the game. Very happy with that win there. Very important win as well. The next game was a 1-1 draw against Gladbach. Of course, I did mention we were going to be versing Gladbach. They started well, and then we sort of finished well. They got their goal in the 18th minute. We got ours in the 82nd. Gel once again on the score sheet. Strabic with a nice assist there as well. Again, a couple of bad performers. Traore, Dmitriev, Dukic. I mean, Adidas Saikan, but we're pretty well used to him being one of the bad performers out there. We then pulled off a very nice victory, 2-0 over Borussia Dortmund. Perez with a brace for himself, Gel and Strabic on the assist sheet once again. And I think up until like the 90th minute, they had not had a shot on target. So we did very, very well limiting Dortmund and, essentially getting a clean sheet against them as well. The next game was a Berlin derby against Hertha. I was a little bit upset with this one because, as you can see, they got their goal in the 87th minute. It was a draw up until then. I thought we were going to lose the game. I was like, come on. This can't be happening. And then luckily for us, Dukic in the 93rd minute with a Bednarek assist coming on for Strabic on that right-hand side, giving us shared points in that one as well. Then out of nowhere, we absolutely smashed FC Cologne 6-0. Don't know what happened. Our form is very weird. It's up and down, up and down. And there's not a lot of sort of defensive consistency, and I have identified the centre-back position as probably target number one for preseason. I just think that our centre-backs are probably lower mid-table centre-backs for the Bundesliga, and I think the only reason why we're doing so well is our attacking firepower, essentially. Our sort of front four is very good. We've got Gavadel on the bench for most games. I know he started in this one. So essentially, like, our 5 best players are our, front 5 attacking players, if that makes sense. Anyway, we had Strabic on the scoring, open the scoring for us here. Gel getting himself 2 goals. Gavadel getting himself 2 goals as well. And then Dusak in midfield getting himself the final goal. 6-goal thriller. And the most recent game played was a very tough-fought loss. I thought it might have been a victory. We actually played pretty well throughout points in this game. As you can see, we did have the better XG. But Freiburg, they dominated possession. They've got a really good team. Nagtegal picked up a straight red card as well, which was very frustrating in the 81st minute when we were trying to get that goal back. And yeah, they got a goal in the 8th minute. I mean, it's a pretty common occurrence. I've said it in previous episodes. If we if we concede an early goal, it is very, very difficult for this team to get back into it. Very difficult. And Freiburg, they're in second place at the moment, and they were league leaders for a lot of the campaign. So there we go. Final 2 games, both home games. I'm expecting to hopefully win both of them. That Schalke game is going to be very important for the way we finish, if we finish in 5th or if we finish in 6th place. So looking forward to it. Anyway, unfortunately, we are without Nagtegal for this one. Of course, that straight red card. So I'm going to go with Pateruth. Only 21. I don't like his pace. If you look at everything else, he's kind of okay. The mentals, they're kind of off-putting as well. But he does have potential. He does have good potential. Anyway, he's going to be partnered by Sata and Puljic, who's back from injury, of course. Traore on the left, Dmitriev and Dusak in the center. Strabic on the right, Dukic on the left. Gavadel is going to start today, and then he's going to be partnered by Gel. Gel is our current top goal scorer. He's our best player in the team as well at the moment, as far as average ratings go. So, yeah. Gel, despite me thinking of replacing him, is essentially making himself irreplaceable. I'm just going to tell the boys to stick to the plan, and we'll be fine. I mean, Wolfsburg, they're a good side. They're always a good side in Football Manager. All right, let's see what we can do here for this first game. I really want to win both games. If I'm being perfectly honest, I want to make sure we finish in 5th place. All right, Pateruth goes to Strabic. Dukic, or was Gavadel? Gavadel with the header. He's starting to come into his own a little bit more, Gavadel. He's making some impressive improvements to his game. And essentially those improvements are he's starting to score goals. He's developing really well, which is quite good. He's valued at like 50 to 70 million, which I think is a little bit ridiculous, but who am I to disagree? And that's a really nice goal there. Strabic to Dukic. Easy tap in at the back post. Dukic hasn't really scored too many. He's assisted a lot. Like a lot. I think he's our highest assist maker this season as well. But that is a very good start. We're 2-0 up within the first sort of 15 minutes. I like that. And like I said, we do essentially... Oh, Dusak on the score sheet. We don't see that very often. That was a nice little press there. They turned the ball over in a very dangerous position. But I love Dusak getting on the score sheet. Yeah, we could still technically qualify for the Champions League as Traore's header goes over. It essentially depends on Dortmund's final game of the season. If Dortmund draw or lose, and we win both, we are in the Champions League. It's that simple. We do need the results to go our way, but you know, all we can do is focus on making sure we win both. Gavadel in the box. Oh, that's an easy tap in for Gel. 4-0, and everything is seemingly coming to us very, very easily, which I love. I love it. I love it when your team goes out there and just plays like they're supposed to play, and the quality shines through. Oh, Traore on the... It's 5-0. Traore, of all players, with a header from a corner. Unexpected. He's the club captain as well. And there we go. 5-0 at halftime. Honestly, I was expecting us to win this game, but not like this. Not 5-0 at halftime. That's ridiculous. And we're still coming forward, essentially. Piling on more pressure. Another corner there. Making their goalkeeper kick it long as well. Although Wolfsburg could come forward here. Quite a few of their players are on yellow cards as well. Oh, it's a nice little knockdown. Strabic goes to Gel. That's going to be a second yellow card. I just literally mentioned it about 5-10 seconds ago. And there is a second yellow card for one of their players. Nathaniel Brown sent off, 55th minute, and we have a direct free kick. Dukic. Oh, that's off the post, I think. Very nice free kick. All right, Dimitriev to Puljic. Bit of a risky pass in midfield. Dusak. I mean, it's nice ball movement. A little bit risky, but... Dusak to Strabic. Hadaruth doesn't have a lot of pace, so he goes back to Strabic. Dusak, penalty referee? That is going to be a penalty. Everything is working out for us today. Everything. It is unreal. 5 goals in the first half, red card at the start of the second half, and now we have a penalty before the 60th minute. And it's going to be Gavadel. That's going to be his hat-trick, I think. I think that's his hat-trick. I don't know, second goal maybe? Second. Yeah, it's only his second. That's okay. He's still got time. He's got a 10-match rating at the moment. We'll look to make a sub. Not that I particularly want to. We'll go Arals. Might do a double change in midfield. Arals and Regagui can both come on. Maybe Traore at left back. Actually, we'll go Aponza. Aponza for Dukic as well. Triple change. I could probably bring Perez on as well, but... I mean, we don't really need to. I don't need to bring Perez on. And like I said, Gavadel's he's been playing really well, as is evident today. And in typical fashion, we concede a goal. And I think that was Arroz giving the ball away in midfield as well. No clean sheet. That sucks, but again, it makes sense. Oh, Gavadel. I think that's offside. Is it not offside? It's not. Regragui getting his first goal of the season. Lovely. But that should have been Gavadel's hat-trick right there. Hitting the post. Very unlucky. There we go. 10 match rating. Gavadel. He looks good. Him next season, I think, is going to be... He might be unstoppable. Not unstoppable, but he'll probably take over from Gel's goal scoring record this season. Yeah, looking forward to that. We've got one game left here in the season. 7-1 victory in our first game here, and we do indeed qualify. We already sort of knew we were qualifying for the Europa League. We'll praise Gavadel as well. Ramadi's getting a little bit of a bonus there for qualifying. And we have 7 days until Schalke, and we are 1 point behind Borussia Dortmund, who are in 4th place. Can we qualify for the Champions League? You'll have to wait and find out. All right, here we go. The lineup for Schalke. 5th place versus 6th place. Potentially with a Champions League spot on the line, depending on what happens in the Dortmund game. Just to clarify, actually, who are Dortmund versing? Hoffenheim. So, look at their form. Oh my god, that is atrocious. They just lost 6-0 to Frankfurt. It's actually looking good for us that they're going to either draw or lose this game. Wow. We're a Hoffenheim. They're in 10th place. They're not actually looking too bad. Ooh. We've got to win, though. So we have to win. Going with the exact same lineup, 7-1 victory in the last game. Only change is Nagtegal is going to come back in, which in theory might slightly make us more weaker defensively, as Paderuth is less of an attacking player, more of a defensive player. But I think Nagtegal is just a better player, much better player just in general, so I don't think that really works. Anyway, here we go. Last game of the season. We need to win at a minimum. We are at home, so I do favour us just slightly. Schalke, they've been very, very good recently. But I think we can do it. Come on, boys. All right. Schalke have got the first highlight. Although we do win it. Sarta with a good interception there. Goes back to Melgez. Out to Traore. Bit of a risky pass, that one. And we're sort of just playing around with it. Dmitriev brings it forward. All right, Dukic. That's a terrible touch by Dukic. That's absolutely woeful. And Schalke are in behind. And Schalke have the opening goal of the game. Not exactly the start that we wanted there. First shot on target as well. It's going to be one of those ones. All right. And Dukic is injured as well. We'll get Bednarek out there. I mean, it's the last game of the season. I don't think it really matters too much, but here we are. Dusak, Dmitriev, Gavadel. Gavadel, get in there, son. He's going to be a world-class player. He's going to be a world-class player. It's part of the reason why I want to make sure our training facilities go up so we can develop him to his full ability. We've got good coaches already. All right, 1-1. We've had 5 shots on target. They've had 1 shot on target, and it's somehow 1-1. Let's just go out there, do what we do best, and hopefully bring home Champions League. All right. We're well into the second half now. And there's not a whole lot going on. I might bring Perez on. Perez for Gel. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. They've scored. In the middle of me making those changes, they have scored. It is now 2-1. And Meljez is having a shocking game, as is Traore. Oh, so frustrating. All right, we're going to bring the hero on. I'm calling it right now. Aponza going to score the winning goal. We're going to get 2 goals. Come on, boys, do something. Trying to have a positive mindset. Schalke are coming forward yet again. Oh, that's a good block. Schalke still have it though. Oh, come on! Are you kidding me? 3-1. We go from winning 7-1 last game to a 6.2 from my goalkeeper. Conceded 3 goals from 4 shots on target. 3 from 4. And then Dusak is our best performer. Oh, Traore, 6.3. He was at fault for one of the goals. Well, we're not getting Champions League football, are we? And in fact, we finish in 6th place. Oh. We literally would have got Champions League had we won that game. I'm pretty sure Dortmund drew. Oh, I'm so frustrated. That is the worst result I could have. Oh. I don't even want to talk about it. How good is this guy? He's a centre-back and he scored 2 goals. Oh, what an end to the season. What an end to the season. Oh. Don't get me wrong, like, fair play, he scored off a corner. He's a big boy. You know, he's good jumping reach, good heading. But come on, he scored it from open play as well. Like he was a damn midfielder. Dukic injured for 2 weeks. Not that it really matters. We're at the end of the season anyway. And we pretty much lose out on an extra 4 million. Again, we still qualify for the Europa League, albeit probably at a lower stage now as well, which is very frustrating. And let's have a look at Dortmund's result. They drew 0-0. Literally gave us the opportunity to make the Champions League above them. And we threw it away. So frustrating. Anyway, just looking at the top goal scorer there, we got Gel. Highest average rating. Gavadel actually overtook Gel at the end of the season there, which is interesting. Dukic, 11 assists, highest assist maker. Best pass completion goes to Meljez. Such a terrible performance. Oh, I'm livid. I was so happy after the 7-1, and to go from 7-1 to losing 3-1 in the most important game of the season, livid. 7 man of the match awards there for Gel. Nag Tagal picking up the most yellows and the most reds for the season as well. Just going into players. We are losing Pavicic. He's going to Gladbach. Again, I didn't really feel like offering him 45,000 per week. Especially now that we've got Strabic as well. I think Strabic is better than him. I don't know how much he's going to get over at Gladbach. I don't think he's really going to play there, to be honest. It is sad that he's going, though. He's spent a long time here. 5 years, 6 years, pretty much. This is his sixth season at the club. On a free transfer back in the day. It's sad. Nagtagal with a 6.99 as well. 7 goals from our right back. 6 assists in there as well. Perez getting himself 17 goals throughout the course of the season. 8 assists in there as well. Was actually the best assist maker out of our strikers, which is good to see. Dukic got himself 6 goals to go along with his 11 assists. Where's Strabic? Strabic is actually at the top here. Wow. He's on the same average rating as Pavicic. So I guess in theory, I've done a pretty good transfer there because obviously Strabic is 21. I know his stats are on the downward, but he's 21. Pavicic is 26. Wanted more money than technically Strabic is on at the moment. He's only on 20,000. And yeah, honestly, I rate Strabic higher, so we'll go with that. 2 goals, 8 assists for him as well. Looking at everyone else, there's no other real sort of standout performers. Traore, 4 goals, 5 assists. Was absolutely dreadful in that last game. Actually, you know what? I'll mention Sata. Because he came in January, played 21 games, getting himself 2 goals as well. And a 6.94. When he played at centre-back, we actually looked a little bit more solid. I know he's on the decrease as well. But he could be one we potentially try and sell on. I know he's got a very long contract. I'll start training him at centre-back, to be honest. He actually fits that stopper role better than he does anything else. So yeah, we'll look to keep him around for next season. But again, centre back is a position that I definitely want to strengthen. Looking at the balance, the finances actually look really good for once, despite the wage budget being higher than it should be. We've got 93 million in the bank. Our debt, we've only got 11 mil remaining on it, which is pretty good for the original stadium construction loan that we took out, which is pretty much all the way through. We've only got another 4 years of it left. So we're on the sort of back half of it, albeit it doesn't really affect us anymore. If you look at our projection, we look pretty good. 93 at the moment. Currently, end of next season is 105. And then 120 the season after. That's going to, change a little bit. I'm glad we got Europa League football, though. That's pretty impressive. Especially as I feel like we can actually do some damage in that competition. Especially with the fact that teams don't essentially drop down anymore as a result of the new format of European football. So gives us a chance to potentially win the Europa League. I don't want to get too ahead of myself and say that's our goal for next season. But I definitely want to try and do some damage in that competition. And then hopefully, our goal pretty much has to be getting Champions League football next season. Which I think is achievable. Considering how close we got this season, I know it took a big sort of capitulation from Dortmund. I don't think that... Go back to their schedule. They haven't won a game in like the last 10 games. What's that? 3, 6, 9, 10. Yeah. Literally 10 games without a win. So hopefully, something similar happens next season. But we're gonna try and strengthen. I've got a couple of targets that I'm already looking at. Some more wonder kids essentially. That hopefully we can get on the cheap and get developing at the club. And like I said, hopefully the training facilities will be increased, and we'll keep trying to get those up. They're at average at the moment, which is pretty good from where we sort of set off. Might be time to start improving our own youth recruitment as well. Hadn't really sort of thought about that, so it's a possibility as well. Anyways, Enjoy the episode, guys. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel as well. Again, only about 60% of you guys that watch the videos are actually subscribed. Make sure you do that. And apart from that, I'll see you guys next season. As always, take it easy and goodbye.